Well, hello, you guys, and welcome back to my podcast. This is your host, Betty. I hope you have missed me. I'm so sorry that I haven't been able to put podcast episodes in the last 2 weeks. Honestly, I thought I was gonna be ready, but I wasn't. The first Tuesday that I missed, that's the day that I left on vacation for my birthday, and that was actually the day that I was traveling, and I forgot to pre-record. And then the next Tuesday, I was gonna pre-record it when I was on my vacation, but I also, I got tied up and I just didn't. So that Tuesday was also traveling on my way back home. So I'm so sorry if you missed me, but here I am. I'm back. I didn't quit. Nope. I'm still here telling you all my stories. So yeah, I guess this we can use to tell you all of my travel, all of what happened and everything. Oh my god. So I went to Cancun in Mexico. It was pretty good. It's pretty hot and humid. And so many things happened, so many. We left the house at 3 a.m. or something. We were supposed to be at the airport by 4. Our flight was leaving by 5. But somehow, there was a lot of people at that time, and they're doing some construction on the airport. So to get through security was taking a little bit longer. Oh my god. Well, that made us barely made it to our flight. So when we got there, they're like, well, you guys are late. They were almost gone. And I was like, what? No. So we made it to the flight, but they're like, okay, we're gonna have to put your carry-ons in the check area. So they had to they just tagged our thingies. I remember they asked the person in front of me where her final destination was, and it was Orlando. But they didn't ask me, but everybody was, we're so late and so rushed and everything. So they tagged my things, and then they give me the receipt. So once I get to my seat, I realize that the receipt doesn't have my name, has somebody else's name, and it doesn't have my destination. It has a different destination, which was Orlando. And I was like, well, first of all, I'm not going to Orlando, so I hope my bags are not going to Orlando, because I am going to Mexico. And this isn't my name. Well, that was a whole thing. So I had a connection. I got to Dallas, and the bags did make it to Dallas. But then from Dallas, I tried to talk to the people at the counter and everything, and they were like, we don't know where your bags are. They're like, well, we can't do anything until you get to your destination. And I don't know. When I was on the plane, they told me, we're gonna try to fix it right now. So they reroute them to the right place so that they get to your destination, because the connection was the same for everyone. But then the final destination is what changed. So I was like, okay. So when I got to Dallas, they're like, okay, we're gonna try to stop them so they don't leave, so they don't send them somewhere else, so they go to Cancun, whatever. It was a whole thing. And they're like, well, I don't know what they were trying to do. They didn't do anything. And I was like, oh my god. But hopefully, I had a tile. It's like an air tag. So I had a tile in one of my bags. Well, on my bag. So it was mine and my daughter's bag. My daughter went with me. So on my daughter's bag, I didn't have anything, but my had a tile on it. So I could see that it was at the airport in Dallas. Which, that was expected, because that's where we all went. But then after that, that's where, we were just gonna be on the waiting game. So I made it to Cancun, and I go to like the carousel where they have all the bags, and I'm like, I don't see my bags coming, and I'm like, you know what, I don't think my bags are here. So then I remember, oh, I gotta check my tile. My tile says that about an hour ago it was still in Dallas, so the trip was longer than that to get to Cancun, so I'm assuming they're probably still in Dallas. So I ask, and they're like, okay, you gotta go to the counter, talk to the people again. They try to find my bags. They got all the descriptions and everything, and they said we're gonna try to find them because apparently my bags were not tagged to my reservation, like to my number. Like I said, it wasn't under my name. They put it under somebody else's name. So it was kind of tricky, but at least they had the tag number, you know, the right tag number that they had put on the bag. So they could try to find it with that. And, you know, they did. And I was like, okay, well, it was in Dallas. And they're like, okay, well, it seems like it's in Dallas. Well, they made me wait until, like, they run out of bags in the carousel. Because they're like, well, it's a little kind of early. Because there's still more bags coming in. And I was like, okay, well, you know, I guess I can wait. So we were there waiting. My daughter was just like done with life. And then they ended up saying like, okay, your bags are over there. They're going to send them here in the next flight, whatever. They're probably going to be here today. And I'm like, okay, because that was my carry-on, and I literally have no clothes with me. Even my toothpaste was there. Like, I had my toothbrush in the backpack that I had with me for my personal item, but even the toothpaste was there. So it was like, when we got to the hotel, we literally had nothing except what we were wearing. And I'm glad I wasn't wearing sweatpants, because it would have been awful getting to that hot, humid area, that weather, and I'm just like wearing this. No, I'm glad I was wearing a dress. So, and it was a long dress, so that it could cover my legs, you know, so I didn't have to wear pants. But then once we got there, it would have been like flowy and whatever. I was wearing a scarf, so it's like layers of stuff that I can take off. So I was so glad of my choice of outfit that day, because oh my god, yeah, no. So then, you know, they said, okay, here's your receipt. We're gonna send your bags to your hotel. So then I get to the hotel. Well, no, actually, I had to like find the transportation. So by the time I made it to the hotel, it was probably like 2 hours and a half after I had arrived into the airport. But we made it, and you know, we got a key, we got some welcome drinks and everything, and they took us to the room. They're like, where's your bags? And I'm like, well, you know, we don't have our bags. But they're supposed to send them here. So the guy, I think he was a bellhop or something, I don't know, I don't remember, but it was one of the guys. He was there, like, he saw me later in the day. He's like, your bags are in your room. And I'm like, oh, thank you. So then we finally went to the room, and then we took showers, and then we brushed our teeth and changed and everything. Oh, it was so nice. You have no idea. But yeah, it was a whole thing. Like, we didn't know if the bags were coming, but then again, I had the tile. So, you know, while I was at the hotel, we were just like checking things out and everything, just looking around. We went to find something to eat, and then I checked my tile, and they said they were in Cancun, and I'm like, okay, well, at least they're here, right? So once they're here, that's a good sign. You just have to make it to the hotel. And then I saw them at the airport, and then later I saw them, they were like kind of like in the hotel zone, so they were kind of dropping probably other bags. So I was like, okay, at least it's en route. So yeah, then later on, I saw the guy that I saw at the beginning. I'm like, well, they're supposed to bring my bags, and he's like, oh yeah, your bags are in your room already. And I'm like, oh great. So that was nice. That was good. But yeah, it was a whole thing. I'm like, it was actually nice not having to like carry the bags, because it was me and my daughter. And when I actually had to put them in the plane on the way back, oh my god, they were so heavy. I was like, people were just staring at me like, how are you doing this? But they were not that heavy. It's just that I'm very short and I have short arms, so like the amount of, how much I can reach, my arms can reach to like try to put them on the top thingy. And I know it's not that, you'd say, like, it's not that high. And I thought that, like, right, it's not that high, it's like right there. But once you're doing it, it's like, it's so different. So at some points I had some help, but other, I was just like, it was just me. And then it was just like me and my daughter just stopping all the traffic trying to get our bags. But that was on the way back. So on the way there, we got our bags, we got everything, and yeah, we had a very good week. Well, not that good. It was good, but not that good. I was kind of sad that, it was still that I had to go there alone for my birthday. I know my daughter was there, but it's not the same. She was an amazing trooper, actually. She was amazing. She just made sure that I was having the best time that I could. But she also sometimes would get crabby and, sassy and whatever. She's a kid, so what else? But they had a good, at the hotel that I stayed, they actually had a good kids program. And they, the kids can just go there. I signed a form where if she wanted to leave, she could. She wanted to go back, she could. Like, she gets bored, she can leave, she can go back. They usually had, like, times where they would have lunch or dinner together. And she could decide if she wanted to have with me or with them or whatever. She knew where to find me. I was usually always at the same spots by the beach and stuff. Like, I try to, like, just keep my territory very well. The resort wasn't that big. I mean, it was, you could get a little, like, go around it and then don't find each other. But she knew where I was. She knew where the room was. She knew where everything was. And I knew where she was. And everybody knew me there. So I was like, everybody, we all knew. So. And then I met some friends, from Chicago, New York, Pennsylvania. Most of that from, like, the east side of the country. I guess I was the only one that is coming from the southwest. Very rare, I guess. And it was like just, I don't know, it was very amazing people that I met. It was so weird that a bunch of people were from Chicago. Well, from the suburb areas. And nice people. I met my new father, Dennis. He was my resort dad. Told him, I needed somebody like him to be a dad. I'm like, I wish I had somebody like you to defend me from all the boys when I was growing up. I need somebody to kick some butts, so my heart wouldn't be as broken. I mean, my heart would still be broken, but at least, I would have had someone to defend me. That would have been nice. So he became my dad, and then his wife, Joanne, she was an amazing person. She was like a great friend to me. We were just having a blast, and, we were just talking, and, they were doing their own thing, and one day they just had too much sun, and they were not feeling the greatest. But it was pretty cool. I met other people. Just so many people that I met there. Jamie, Anya, Dalton, Clark, like so many people I met there. Gavin. And there were so many nice people. But they're all, in different sides of the country. So, I don't know if I'll ever see them again. Some of them invite me to their homes, whenever I want to. But, if we're travel buddies, cool. We could do that. I guess we can meet each other again in Cancun next year. Probably a different hotel though. But yeah, it was pretty nice. And then most of them, they left after the first half of my week. And then after that, a bunch of spring breakers that came from St. Louis, from a Catholic college, I think. They came over and they had, I don't know, like a white party. I don't know, there was like a lot of people wearing white. The one day we left the hotel, me and my daughter, we went to the island, which I'll tell you more in my next episode. But we came back and everyone was wearing white, and it was a huge event or whatever. There was so many people there. There were so many bags there, like, of new people arriving. It was insane. I was like, what's happening? But mostly were a bunch of like 18, 19, 20-year-olds. Oh my God, it was crazy. And their moms. I met a very nice lady, Stephanie. She was very nice. She's from St. Louis. And, she just helped me a little bit. She said that Jesus found me. But that's the story for another day. So, yeah, there's like, I just met all those good people, on this trip. My daughter met them all. We all have fun. We all had like dinner or lunch or breakfast or something. I usually only had breakfast with my daughter. It was like me and her, and then we'll go do activities, we'll go to the pool, go to the beach, and we had fun. Like, we just enjoyed our time there, and we really didn't want to leave. We really did not want to leave. It felt like it was home. I'm a Pisces, so for me, home is the ocean, especially where the water is warm. So it was really nice just to hear the waves, just to see them, see the blue water. When I went to the island, oh my God, we saw the bluest turquoise water, and it was amazing. It was just, my daughter's like, oh my God, this is the color of the water. I can't believe it. She was just amazed, and I was so glad that I gave her that memory, honestly, because I want to show her that we need to see the world, that there's more there than just here, wherever you are, wherever we are, there's just more. This world is ginormous, and we still have so much to see. And I do. I mean, there's a reason why I went into hospitality and tourism for school, because I wanted to do tourism. I wanted to travel. I wanted to see the world. I wanted to see so many things, and I still do. So now, my daughter's my travel buddy. Well, she went with me because she was on spring break from school. Now that she's back, I might have to wait until the summer. And also until we have money. But, I don't know, it was worth it. It was definitely worth, everything we went through. It was like a lesson. It was like an experience, like something we needed. We took 8 days off just to be over there and enjoy just life. And I felt like a piece of me just stay there, honestly. But that happened the last time I was there too, so maybe that's just a sign. But yeah, I feel like I have more to tell you guys, but I probably will save that for the next one, because I owe you guys so much for this 2 weeks that I need to make up for. But thank you so much for everything, for being here, for still listening to me, for enjoying my stories. Because if I knew that no one was listening, and I wouldn't be doing this anymore. But I know somebody's listening, so thank you guys so much for being here. And I really appreciate you guys. So stay, follow, subscribe. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.